and welcome to my channel. Today we are back on Forza Horizon 4, and today we have got some sad news. Here is the last week of the car pass. Some of you are happy, some of you are sad. I've seen lots of mixed opinions about the car pass. Some people said they've absolutely hated it. People have said that they've had absolute crap, which to be honest, I agree. There's been a few rubbish things we've had in the past. There's a few of these are really good. I'm not fond of that. There's the Silverado, that's just not my thing. The 650S Spider, that was one of the most pointless ever cars added because you can't put the roof up and down. The roof's up and it's a convertible, so that makes no sense since we've got the hardtop in the game already. These two are not my kind of thing either, so I didn't like them. Same as that Mustang. The i8 was not good either because we've already got the i8 Coupe, so why do we have a convertible? Especially you can't put the roof up and down. No, judging by the weather in this game, goes snowy, then it goes rain and all that sort of stuff. It's quite wild, the weather, so you want to put the roof up and down, but you can't. They're not bad. The Porsche is very useful, that one. And all the rest are pretty good. I like the rest of the car pass. I like the Jag, I like the Ferraris, I like the Hondas, the Chevrolets, the Morgans, the Triumphs, all that lot. Although these ones here, the Transit and the Cadet and the Imp, bit of a filler car to be honest. They're not really something that people will drive very often. I can see them being driven every now and then, every now and again, but not really very often. The Mustang, that was a good one. I like the Mustang, and all the rest are really good. I like the rest. I think the car pass was good. I paid for the Ultimate Edition, so I'm not quite sure how much it would be if you hadn't bought the Ultimate Edition. But you got how many did we get? So we've got quite a few cars actually. So we've got 21 weeks. Yeah, so we've got 42 cars. So that's not bad really, 42 cars. So, this week we've received, for the last ever car pass, the 2018 TVR Griffith and the 1959 Cadillac Eldorado Baritz convertible. I can't bloody speak. Yeah, these two are pretty good. I can't say that they're an amazing send-off. It's not like a Bugatti Divo or anything like that. They're more sporty thing. Well, the TVR's a more sporty thing. The Cadillac, again, something else. But then the Cadillac kind of annoys me because they should have been in the game since the start because that's been back in the Motorsport 4. So I don't know why they just keep removing cars and adding them back in later on. They should have been there in the first place. But nevertheless, it's good to see it back. TVR, I'm very happy with this. I've been wanting one of these since I first ever saw one. Not for real, unfortunately, but I saw one in Auto Express and all that sort of thing. Yes, I'm really glad about that. Cadillac, that's awesome. I really like that thing, so I'm glad to see that. So let's just go and take a look at the Griffith first of all. Oh dear, we seem to have this issue once again. Unfortunately, this does seem to be a very common reoccurrence, this. It says it's released at this date, which is today, and for some peculiar reason, it doesn't want to give me it. Right, we'll ignore the car pass for a few months. We'll just have a quick look at what else we've got in terms of seasonal rewards and things. So we go to the Forzathon shop. What have we got? So this week we've got a Forzathon shop reward has returned. The Gymkhana 10 Ford Focus RS RX. I don't recommend buying that one bit. I hated it. I don't like Hoonigan cars as it is, but considering we've already got this car in the game already, and they've just got a new fancy livery on it, doesn't really justify another car slot, if you know what I mean. So as I mentioned in the past, games that must have a certain number of cars that it can have in the game before it runs out of space and runs out of operating power and all that sort of thing. This is just taking up another space for no good reason, because we've got this car in the game already. It's just got different colour wheels, different colour livery, and a little thing over the front wheel. Why? It's pointless. Why did you even add the original one? Why could you just deleted the other one from Horizon 3 and then added this one later on? That would have made more sense. Oh, right, we're going to get annoyed about that. So that's the only thing. I just got quite irritated about them. That's one of the reasons why I hate Hoonigan cars so much, because they just annoy me. Because that could have been something else. That could have been something worthwhile. A Mercedes-Benz E55 AMG, and a Lister Storm V12, Jaguar S-Type R, go and put Apollo S, go and put Apollo IE. There could be many different cars it could have been. But of course it was that. So that kind of annoyed me. Right, chill at the moment. So let's have a look at the seasonal rewards. So we've got a new suit. We've got the Lotus 211. That car is already in the game. It's just a bit of a rare car to find. I'm not sure if they're quite rare on the auction or whatever, because it says it's one of the rarest. And it says it's one of the rarest. But I don't know if it's at the festival, so I guess it's not driven very often, or it's not bought very often, so they're quite rare. Cool car, I like that one. I drive that every now and again, so that's fair enough. But the new car we have got is the Seasonal Street Scene Championship, the TVR Tuscan S. That car, again, is another car I've been wanting in the game for a very long time, so I'm glad they've added that. Now, to win that, you just need to win the championship, the first ever Street Scene Championship, which is all the way sort of near the, I would say northish of the map, sort of northwest kind of area of the map. You'd see it's the only street scene season there is, so I would aim for doing that. It's not a hard championship. You've got to do expert driver tiles. It's not too difficult. I used the standard. It was completely standard, not tuned or anything. Alfa Romeo Giulia QV. That's a really good car. I recommend using that, which is here. It's a fantastic car. The front end grip is amazing. Now, since I've won the TVR, I might as well take a little look at it. Then I'll stop this recording, reload the game again, and see what's going on with the car pass, because for some reason it's not letting me have the car. I had this problem last week, maybe in the week before. So it's kind of a good thing, really, in a way, that the car pass has stopped, because it just seems to be getting more and more glitchy, and yeah, bring on the DLC cars, I think. I'm fine with paid DLCs. I've seen lots of people getting angry, saying, oh my god, we've got to pay for DLCs. I have no problem with it. They've got to make their money somehow. They can't just add the content for free. GTA only added content in for free, and Fortnite and all that la-di-da, is because they earn money elsewhere, like shark cards and whatever the coins or whatever they're called in Fortnite. I've never played it, so I'm not sure. I just heard about it. That's how they make their money, where this game luckily doesn't have those stupid microtransactions. So the way how they've got to make money is through DLC. So if you pay for the Ultimate Edition, the money's gone to them. They've then spent the money on developing the game again. Which hopefully they've changed some car sounds, because some of these are terrible in this game. Right, so let's take a look at the TVR Tuscan. Talk about car sounds. Let's see what it sounds like. But we'll have a look at the colours and everything first of all. That amazing multi-tone colour scheme. Very TVR. Oh, we might as well take a look at it while we're here, mightn't we? Open it all up. Stand up a minute. A fantastic straight six by the looks of things. It is a straight six. Wow. Lovely engine. Very sort of classical. It has got a few common issues, this car, in real life. The battery, for example, if I walk over here, if the camera lets me, is behind this wheel arch here. So it's about here-ish. Which means the dirt and grit gets thrown at it and could cause the batteries to short out. The other thing is that if the battery goes, the only way you can open the door is by little buttons under the door mirror there. You can see a little button there? That's the only way you can get in. And of course it's battery operated. But if your car is shut like this and the batteries run out, the only way you can get in is by pressing a button inside. So yeah, there's a couple of weird glitches and things that CVR have their crazy things they do. This, I think it's a 2001. It's not the standard one, because there's one of them that has indicators in the rear windscreen, and it doesn't have the spoiler there. I think there are other indicators or brake lights. So I can't remember. I think there might be brake lights actually. No, the brake lights are down there near the exhaust. So I think they were indicators. But of course, this one's had the spoiler on the back, and they've removed them at the top there. As we explode this thing back up again, we're going to have a look at the boot. Ginormous thing that is. Brilliant. Let's take a look at the interior. Beautiful interior this is. Look at that. TVRs are renowned to have really crazy but beautiful interiors. I really like it. I don't know if any other people would like it or not. It's quite crazy, some of the features and things, but it is really nice in here. Very TVR. Lovely cream interior as well. We don't often get that in Forza. It's all black and bland. It's all a bit dull. But having nice, it's more white interior, to be honest, is really nice to see. Let's just take a look at the colour schemes we've got, or the colour options we've got for this thing. Paint the car. There we go. So we haven't got so many colours. I thought it might have a couple more. So we've got red, we've got yellow, we've got this. Ooh, there's a really nice blue. We've got black, and we've got white. I'm not quite sure what to do. I think I might go for this colour still, because it's very crazy and very TVR, so I think I'll just keep it like that. Because why not? Upgrades and tunes. Let's take a look at this thing. Custom upgrade. All the usual stuff, I can imagine. So we've got a Forza tune there, and I guess a Forza tune there. Yeah, no, Forza tune there. I do actually prefer the TVR without the boot spoiler like this. I think it does look a bit odd with the spoiler. It would be nice if you had like nothing. I think that looks a lot better. Just keeps the lines a bit better. Well, I thought they added that spoiler in the later versions, but this is a pretty early one. It's like a 2001, so it's quite an early-ish one. I thought it was about 2003, 2004 they started adding that boot spoiler, but obviously I'm wrong. Let's just give this thing a bit of a test drive, and then I'll stop this recording, reload the game, and see if I can figure out a way how to get this car pass to work. The last time I got it to work before was by downloading the car pass again, which is a bit of a pain in the arse, really. Right, let's spin this thing round and then take a listen to what this thing sounds like. Jump into third person as well. Well, there we go, there's the sound. I'm a bit mixed on it, to be honest. I can see where they're going with it. It sounds better in third, to be honest. It just needs a bit more bass, to be honest. It needs to sound deep and burbly. A bit like a mixture of the E-type sound in this, the new E-type sound, would be good. Maybe like a really deep bass would be really nice to add to this noise. But yeah, it's okay, I suppose. It's okay. I can't say it's brilliant or that accurate, but it's not too bad. It's not as bad as a Maserati Gran Turismo S sounding like a Ferrari. That's terrible. It does sound good at low revs though when you let go of the accelerator. It sounds good. It's a good sound, but not high revs particularly. It doesn't even have a rev counter, which is kind of weird. Yeah, it don't sound too bad. The handling's a bit mental, but then again, this has been renowned for being a bit of an unreliable, not very well handled car. It's a bit of a beast to handle in real life. Yep, the tail end was about to go then. It was sliding about, and there's normally quite a good corner for cars. Well, you go around that corner quite well though. The front end seemed to grip, but the rear end is starting to slip. Wow, that actually handles really well, which is kind of unrealistic, to be honest. It seems to be tearing the tyres to shreds, but it seems to be handling quite well. I thought it was quite a bit of a pain to drive these things. It's a beautiful car though. It's absolutely amazing. I love this thing. If it wasn't so crazy, I would buy one for real. But obviously, it's a bit too mental for my liking. I don't want to be driving along and suddenly find that my battery's fallen out or it's shortened. And also, I'd go for the one without the spoiler on the back. I think the spoiler kind of ruins the lines a tad. Well, there we go. There's the Tuscan. Sounds alright. Handling is amazing for some reason. It shouldn't handle very well at all. It's been renowned for not handling very well at all. But yeah, I love that car. I'm so happy they've added it into the game because it's taken them forever to add it into the game. So let's just try the car pass once again. And no. Generally, as an indication, if you have ever experienced this before, if you haven't experienced it, a quick way of knowing that it's glitched is the fact that normally when you load in, it works fine. The camera view will be here. You load in. Here it is. Here's your new car. But when I loaded it up, it loads here, which means that they're saying, "Oh, these aren't released yet." But obviously they are. They should be released. They should have been released about 3 hours ago. But obviously, no. So what I'm going to do now is stop the video and try and work out a way. I might just load in, load back out again, or load out and then load back in again, and then see what happens. If it doesn't work, I'll just have to try and uninstall the car pass and install it again. Hopefully I don't have to pay for it, because that'd be a pain in the posterior in that case. But yeah, let's see how it works. Right, I am back. Right, so the best way to do it if it does glitch like this is to go back to the store. If you got the Ultimate Edition anyway, I'm not quite sure if it would work if you don't have the Ultimate Edition. But if you do, go back to the store and then download it again. So it just says you own this product, and it's got a little button saying install. So just install it. It'll do its thing for about 3 minutes, and then boom, you're back with the car pass again. Unfortunately, we find that trick on the last one, but there we go. I think I did do that in the last game, last week, but this week I thought to inform you what I did if I didn't last time. Let's just take out the auto first of all. So let's just have a look at this thing. Let's have a look at the original colours. So we've got that pink, we've got red, we've got green, we've got blue, black, silver, and white. White looks quite nice actually. Don't know whether it flattens it a tad, but black also looks quite good as well. I don't know, what to go for? Probably black, probably black. It's got a nice white interior again as well, as like the TVR as I mentioned earlier. Which I do quite like to see, as I mentioned earlier. But we'll get into more depth into that in a moment. When this thing loads itself up, eventually. Stand up, open up. Let's take a look at this big lump. And there it is, we can just about zoom in really. So, I can't really see much. A couple of pulleys, I think there's an alternator down there with a spiky pulley down there. I think there's a steering pump. And that's pretty much it. You can't really see much else, it looks rather cramped in there to be honest. Like it's just been jammed in there. Ginormous boot, look at the side of that thing. You've got a spare wheel on the side there, it doesn't even phase it. Ginormous. Oh, the steering wheel's on the other side. Of course. Jump in here, shut it all up. Beautiful interior again. Ginormous brake pedal, look at that. Definitely wanted to stop. With this huge, massive car, you definitely want that to stop very quickly. Which, no doubt, it probably won't. Nice, bright interior, which is nice to see. Got the open air with the roof. Unfortunately, we can't put it up and down, which is a bit of a shame. Currently, we never know what they're planning up in the Forza devs. So let's just take this thing out for a drive after taking a look at the customization. Absolutely amazing thing this is. Ginormous. Custom upgrades. Go down to here. That's the conversions. Wrong one. Visually, oh, a bit more than I thought. We've got this horrible splitter thing down there. Spoiler-wise, we've got another one of these horrible things. And bonnet. So we've got a massive ram air bonnet. Then we've got like another sort of ramish air run and a supercharger one. Not bad at all, really. Better customization than the Tuscan anyway, bit of a surprise. Yeah, so we'll take a look at it. Let's just give it a drive. Let's jump into third person. Ooh, that's a bit of a different noise. I wonder if it won't be different, but... Are we going to need to reverse it? No, we just about missed it. Right. Well, there we go. It seems to be like a brand new noise, which is nice. It's kind of mixed with noise we've already got in the game. But then it's got some new sounds as well, and it's really cool. That sounds really nice. Kind of sounds like a bit of a rortier version of what the Cadillac Escalade looked like. Sounded like, sorry, in Horizon 3. It's kind of more of an old style kind of sound. At the moment I'm in quite a low gear. You can hear it. with the new sound. It sounds brilliant. For once, I've actually got a good sounding car. It isn't just a repeated noise. What? The brakes aren't too bad. But the steering's terrible. Yawn, around you go, around that corner. It's definitely ginormous. The steering is terrible. The brakes are good, actually. I'm quite surprised how good the brakes are. But the steering is awful. But then again, it's kind of counteracted by the fact that the thing's huge in the first place. It kind of makes perceptions a little bit difficult. Yeah, the steering's terrible. Look at that. Good to see the suspension though. It's all wobbling around. It's waving and shaking around. It's brilliant. It's just wafting along. Max gear in a minute. The grip isn't too bad though, I would have said. So we've pretty much got some speed's going up still. Yeah, it's still terrible. We're going to smash through that wall. Overshot the gears a tad there. So yeah, about 108 odd miles an hour. So probably a bit more, maybe 115 eventually. But even so, that's it's not a bad speed for a big lump of pig iron. This is. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if it was made of pig iron, but I was just joking. It may well be. That's my phone. Yeah, that's a really cool car. I'm so glad we finally got this car back. I actually, again, wanted this car in the game a little while back. I don't know whether I made the wish list or not, but when I was making that 200 car wish list, which you hopefully have seen a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple of days ago now. I don't say a couple of weeks, but it can't have been that long ago. I was going to put this on there, I was going to put the Escalade on there, I was going to put the TVR Griffiths and the Tuscan, and the 300ZX. So actually, so far, there's a few cars we've got. There's 5 cars we've received this DLC, are cars that I put on my wish list in the past. So I'm actually really happy about that. Although I do know we've got this Quartz Regalia thing from Horizon 3, that stupid, horrible luxury car thing that I think we're getting in this DLC. But so far, with the 3 cars I've seen so far, they're really cool cars. But we haven't driven the Griffith just yet. I've saved the best till last, I think. Well, actually the best till last. Now this car was added into the crew recently, so I wondered if that had given them any ideas. That's a bit of a surprise. I thought you might be able to change the colours, but it's in red only. A bit of a shame. I thought if you were a TVR customer, you might change it to some wacky blue and green colour like the Tuscan was earlier. But no, a bit wrong there. It's brilliant. I love this car. When I first saw it, it was just absolutely brilliant. Got some different wheels, though, I think, than what I remember seeing on the press cars and all that sort of thing. I think there's slightly different design, a bit more spokes. Got a huge diffuser. Just open it all up. Nice little spoiler there. We won't check the interior just yet. We'll just have a look at the engine first of all. Now, I'm not quite sure what engine it is. I don't imagine it's a TVR engine. I can imagine it's probably another engine from somewhere else. It may well be. I might be wrong, but that's a very small engine. Whether the engine's just been pushed into the dashboard to keep like the centre of gravity balanced, it looks quite a small engine. Quite a lot of space of air filters and things. You look at the size of that air box, ginormous thing. I just imagine airflow is quite positive thing in this car. But the side exit exhaust down here, that's brilliant. Fantastic idea. Definitely very TVR-ish, a bit random. Jumping in here, again we've got lovely cream interior, bright white interior. So all 3 cars we received today got lovely bright interiors, which is really good to see. A lovely manual gearbox down there. We're not seeing many of them these days, as we're going into flappy paddles and automatics, and these days we're not seeing manuals, which is good to see. We've got like a car and driver kind of experience. Got a fire extinguisher down there just in case, knowing it being a TVR. A lovely interior, crazy buttons we got here. Looks rather similar. It sort of catched. Can I speak? It's kind of caught the reminiscence of the of the Tuscan, with the round buttons around the steering wheel and that sort of thing. But they've kind of modernised it, which is absolutely amazing. Beautiful interior. Now let's go and check out the customization, which I can imagine is not going to be perfect. I can imagine it's going to be just some random bits, as the car pass cars have generally been over this time. Oh, there's no visual customization at all. Not much customization at all in terms of... Oh, I just pressed the wrong one again. It's just... Yeah, that's why I pressed the wrong bloody thing. Oh, I thought I went a bit too far. So we've got the front of the Forza thingy, and we've got the spoiler there, which will shut off the automatic spoiler, which I like the automatic spoiler anyway. And it kind of ruins the line, so that's good. I've been a bit stupid now. I keep clicking the wrong buttons and things. But lately, technology has been against me. It's been sitting there taking forever, so I've been quite impatient with technology today. My laptop froze about 5 times today. I think I might have to get a new one, unfortunately. My Xbox froze when I was trying to reset the car pass, so I haven't been having a good time with technology today. Anyways, technology aside, let's go and give this thing a try. Well, there we go. So that's what it sounds like. Lovely dashboard. I love that. That's really wacky. But the sound, I'm not so fond of. They've nicked that right off the Shelby GT350 in this game. It doesn't sound like this in real life. It does sound really raw. I know. I've seen videos of it. I know Shmee on YouTube did a video when he viewed one of these. And it definitely didn't sound like this. Kind of disappointing, but it's not bad. It's not like a Maserati sounding like a Ferrari or some of the other terrible cars, which I can't even think about naming in a minute. Ugh. But hopefully they've actually changed some of them sounds, like the Ferrari Enzo, Ferrari, Maserati Gran Turismo S, Maserati MC12. Volvo V60, the BMW M2, the BMW M4. Hopefully they've changed around a couple of the sounds, but I don't have my hopes up. But then we might have Fast Lane Gaming on our hands there. He might tell us what's been updated, because every now and again he comes up with different videos showing what cars have been updated with sound wise and that sort of thing. Hopefully we've got quite a few that's been updated. So the sound isn't particularly good on this. It looks brilliant, the interior is brilliant, the handling's actually really good as well, the speed's really nice. So this is actually a really nice car. I'm so glad we received this. But it's just the sound that's been a bit disappointing, really. So there we go. There are the 3 new cars added into Forza Horizon 4 this week. We've got a couple of cars coming through. I think they're going to be seasonal rewards and Forzathon shop rewards. Possibly maybe story rewards, possibly, because I know they've updated the showcase events. So maybe we might have to do them again, or maybe we've got some more showcase events. I'm not quite sure. But I know they've developed some way of making us come back to do them again, because I know, myself included, we would do the showcase and never do it again. It's just because it's not financially rewarding. Like, you do it and you get like 20k, and it's like, oh, it's like any old race. And also, there's no build up to it. You just sort of play the game, and then suddenly they're there, and you just do them, and then that's it. There wasn't like a big event that they turned up. So I don't know. They might change it where you get a reward of some kind for doing that. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching this video today. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next one.